Alright, you guys, I've heard the comments. Danny, decorate your office. It looks like you're in an insane asylum. Where's the little nutcracker guy? Well, for your information, he's right here, okay? My son stole him because he thought he was cool and he wanted to put him down the slide a few times, so that's what he's been doing for the last few weeks. But I get it. Apparently, him being in the background of my videos is more important to you guys than my son's happiness. So here he goes, back in the background. Okay, I got a shelf too. I haven't put it up yet. And perfect. Perfect placement for the little nutcracker guy. Exactly behind my body. There we go, much better. Hopefully that's good enough for you guys and you can quit your comments, all right? This place is looking awesome. I feel like I've been doing a lot of videos about technology lately with a very pessimistic lens. Content about AI slop, self-driving cars that kidnap you, and I wanted to do a video about all of the cool technology that's in the works. You know, there's so much innovation going on. It would be a great palate cleanser to just do a video on the coolest technology coming out today. But then I couldn't find that much, so we're going to do almost cool inventions instead. California startup working to perfect flying cars. Now, I feel like flying cars have been a thing for so long that companies have been trying to do, and it's just never happened. And in every demo, I feel like they say flying cars are just a couple years away, and that's been going on for like 20 years. So I kind of feel like it's never gonna happen at this point. But let's see, maybe this California startup has finally figured it out.
NBC News was given exclusive access to see their concept model with our own eyes. Sure enough, we watched it soar through the air over another car.
Okay, come on, man. That's not a flying car. For one, it's barely flying, and for two, it's barely a car. You see how big regular car wheels are? And then look at these tiny, dinky little wheels? Also, it's obviously just a drone that they pretend, like, dressed up to look like a car. You can hear it. It sounds like a drone. I feel like they just glued wheels to a drone and were like, it's a car. To be fair, I feel like a flying car doesn't really even need wheels. It just needs to be able to fly. Like, why would you even want to drive it on the ground if it could fly? So the wheels are more so just for show, perhaps?
We were heavily restricted, forced to shoot at least half a football field away.
What? Wait, okay, so hold on. So for one, they had to film super far away, which I did notice. Look how far away he is from the car. They're like, all right, so because this is a, new technology, we're gonna need you to stand back pretty far, and you're also gonna wanna wear protective eyewear. So just go ahead and put these on. We're all gonna put these on over our eyes like this, and then turn around. It's actually better for the experience if you turn around and face the other way. And then, if you feel a gun pressed to the back of your head, that's totally normal.
And we never actually saw the driver entering or exiting the vehicle.
And they never saw the driver enter or exit the vehicle. Well, that is clearly because there is no driver. This thing cannot support the weight of a human being.
We still have some IP, intellectual property, which we're trying to protect.
Yeah, I wonder what the IP is there. We're still trying to copyright the concept of a product that doesn't work. Once we can do that, we're gonna have a pretty lucrative business on our hands. Okay, I lied. I actually did find one cool invention for this video, and it just so happens to be today's sponsor, Midas Merge. If you like easygoing, relaxing mobile games with cute little creatures, Midas Merge just might be the game for you. In Midas Merge, you team up with King Midas and Queen Laia to revive the Gardens of Gold, because right now they're getting absolutely screwed up by the Shadow of Nyx. So throughout the game, you're trying to free the garden from the darkness, which you do so by merging these sunbursts, which brightens the garden and also frees these cute, sweet little animals. Look at my little creatures who I care for and love. This is my cozy crystal fawn. There's little squirrel guys. This one is a chipper plume. And then if you merge 3 of those together, you get an elegant plume squirrel. And look at that. Look at that sweet little thing. You can hatch them from little eggs, merge them, and evolve them. Midas Merge is completely free to download. There's no ads and no dead ends. So you can always be exploring, merging away with no interruption. Also, you don't need Wi-Fi to play this game, which is great. So take it on a plane. Be among the first 100 to install the app via my link or QR code, and you will get a unique Mox Fox level 1. Very cute little baby fox creature, and it will be personalized with my name when you get it. So hop on into the game, guys. It's a super relaxing, feel-good game. You guys know from my past videos, I do not do well with stressful hand-eye coordination type games. This is the type of game for me, all right? Just sit back, relax, enjoy some cute little creatures. Click the link in the description or scan this QR code. And thank you to Midas Merge for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Midas merch. Magical floating backpack can reduce 80% of the burden and is a magical tool for outdoor travel.
This person appears to have a floating backpack while running, as if it's disconnected from their body.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. It's like a stabilized backpack. It is still kind of bouncing, especially in the shot where the guy was walking through the woods. It actually kind of looked like it was bouncing the exact wrong way. Like, what's it doing way up there? Whoop! Yeah, and some of it actually looks like it's inhibiting him from walking correctly. It looks like it's shaking more than a regular backpack would.
There's a special elastic rope frame.
And this is the innovative technology that they use to make it happen. It's like this. It's like this. Okay, so this is like a 25-pound dumbbell, and using this technology, the dumbbell doesn't move. But this guy is still holding 25 pounds. I mean, so it's not like it's taking away all of the weight. I guess it's just stabilizing it so there's not drastic, like, boom, boom, bouncing. Boom, boom, bouncing, which is the technical term, as you're walking along.
The friction nanogenerator converts the mechanical energy from the relative motion between the backpack and the body into electrical energy. How amazing is that?
It is almost amazing. I guess I'd have to try one of these to see if it really works, but I gotta be honest, and especially in this clip, it actually looks like it's shaking around too much. I feel like the backpack is not keeping up with his bouncing movements. Introducing Hoverglide, the world's first floating backpack. Okay, well, it's definitely not floating. It's bouncing. Could be the world's first bouncy backpack. All right, how much is one of these bad boys gonna run you? Oh, it is like a GoFundMe type of thing. Okay, so it was fully funded in 2018. Let's view the campaign. Is it a real thing that's come to fruition? This campaign is closed. Okay, how am I supposed to, how do you buy them? Raised $400,000 with 600 packs shipped. Okay, so yeah, so it looks like each backpack was, what's 400,000 divided by 600? Okay, so the devil's number, it was like a demonic amount of money. And then what, did they stop? Can you buy them? I guess you can't buy them anymore. Yeah, the product simply doesn't exist. Okay, so that's cool. Colored ferrofluid headphones. I mean, they do look pretty cool. The only downside is that you don't get to enjoy them while you're using them. It's like a cool visual experience for other people. And I guess the fluid is moving to the movement of the music, but other people can't hear the music and you can't see the fluid. So it's like a multimedia experience, but everybody only gets to experience one media. I think ferrofluid is like that magnetic kind of fluid, and it's reacting to the sound waves. I wonder if that makes the headphones way more heavy. They do look really big also. And I do wonder if this fluid is alive. Like, it kind of looks like the thing that turns venom into venom. So the fluid actually pulses more rapidly as it gets closer to its target. Or I mean, when it likes the music you're listening to. God, they look huge on that kid's head. This kid's just like hanging out with a feral cat in an abandoned airplane as well. I guess the fluid led him there. You're listening to music and all of a sudden the music stops and you just hear, follow the voice, follow the voice, kill him. I wonder what the fluid does when the music is turned off as well. Does the fluid get to go to sleep? Or these aren't like incredibly stupid or anything. In fact, they're almost cool. Robot horse alert, let's go. Japanese company unveils hydrogen-powered robotic horse. Kawasaki unveiled a prototype that's capable of standing and posing, but this video is CGI. Well, where's the prototype then? Let's see the video, let's hear him out. Honestly, I mean, if this thing was real, I would be like, maybe, do I need one of these? Do I need a robotic horse? That would actually be kind of sick. And apparently there's an article about cowboys reacting to the concept of this robotic horse. Would a real Wyoming cowboy ride one? Kawasaki Heavy Industries has unveiled a prototype for its first-of-a-kind robotic horse called Corlero. The four-legged AI-enhanced robot is about the size of a large motorcycle and is designed to mimic an intuitive, equine-like riding experience controlled by its rider's weight shifting. It's also powered by a hydrogen fuel cell engine, just like a real horse. I thought it was a joke when I first heard it, said Jake Hutton. Every step a horse takes, it gets feedback and it gives you feedback, he says. If you're about to ride into a quicksand bog, a horse will stop and let you know we shouldn't do this before you get into the middle of it. Yeah, if there's one thing machines and robots hate, it's getting input and giving output. That's something machines and computers famously never do. I bet a robot would probably just keep trucking right on into the bog. I don't think you could ever build a computer program that can recreate the intelligence of a horse. Okay, I hate to say it. I mean, like, I understand not being down for the robot horse future, but I mean, you know, scientists are smart. Then maybe they will figure out how to make the robot as smart as a horse. And then what are you gonna do? Because then they're gonna have heard what you said about them and they're gonna be pissed. Equine experts said they'll need to see it to believe it. I was definitely dubious when I heard, said Amy Stockton, a river-based veterinarian. You think of all the joints, all the tendons, all the ligaments, all those parts working together, she said, to get machine parts moving the way a horse moves, and taking the majesty and magic of a horse and turning it into something that needs oil, sounds like quite an undertaking. Yeah, I feel like none of them are really answering the question of like, would they ride it? They're just like, scientists can't do it. Nah. Maybe I would ride it if they make it. Too bad they're never going to. I feel like the person writing the article was more looking for their views on like whether this would make a good horse and not their views on like computer science. Because like in terms of moving like a horse, I feel like it's only a matter of time before they figure that out. They already have robots that can do like triple backflips in the air, like jujitsu and shit. So it's only a matter of time before they figure out galloping. I'll quote Churchill on this. There's something about the outside of a horse that's good for the inside of a man. Okay. What? There's something with the animal that's really connected to the human heart, he said. That totally makes sense. So when you have a horse, you have a relationship with the horse. You like to go out riding with the horse, and the horse likes it too. Maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know how horse-human relationships work at all. Just kind of talking out of my ass. 100%. Oh, if you run out of hydrogen and you're up at the top of the Wind River Mountains, it'll be a little hard to get your robot out of there. But if you take your horse up, it's fueled by feed stuff. Is that a technical term, feed stuff? Does that just mean food? Next time I'm going out with friends, I'm gonna be like, you guys wanna get some feed stuff? You can find a little valley, graze a bit, stop at the stream and get a drink, and you're good to go for another day. That's right. You can't find a charge port out there or whatever. I don't even know what charges a hydrogen. How do you find hydrogen? Good luck finding a collapsing neutron star to charge your hydrogen-powered horse. Mine just eats grass. And then here's a picture of some humans with horses, just for reference. I'm sure you can tell which one is which. So I would say the robot horse, I mean, like, if you put one in front of me and were like, do you want to ride this? I would be like, hell yeah. Well, actually, I would need to see some proof that it was safe first, and then I would be like, hell yeah. So in that sense, it's cool, but it doesn't exist yet. So for now, it's almost cool. The world's first humanoid robot with synthetic muscles and bones. Oh God. It's like they're trying to make it look as scary as possible. That's the thing. And they put horrifying music over it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool that they're giving robots muscles and tendons, but everything else about this is terrifying. I like that it seems like they were simultaneously able to give a robot human muscles and human pain at the same time. Yeah, this thing looks like it's in a lot of physical pain. It is a little concerning that we gave a robot human muscles and the very first thing it does when it turns on is go into a strangling position. Oh, I'm alive. I must kill someone! Definitely gotta look into that. Unveiling the swimsuit, the waterproof suit that allows employees to quickly transition from the office to the pool. There's no way this is real. This cannot be a real product. What real-world issue is this solving? David Floyd Fitness has produced a collection of waterproof suits that allow users to seamlessly transition from the workplace to the pool and back again. I wouldn't say seamless. I mean, they still look soaking wet. So they're not waterproof then, actually. Now that I'm looking at them and they look soaked with water. They're also putting a lot more thought into not looking insane in the office. You know, you show back up to the office after you go in the pool and you're not soaking wet. So it's like, hey, this thing really works and now I don't look crazy. But they didn't put any thought into the fact that you're still diving into a pool wearing a suit. So there is still a scenario where you look insane. It comes after a survey of 2,000 office workers found they spend an average of 4 hours and 35 minutes a week in meetings. And I guess that would somehow be fixed if you could just dive into a pool for a couple minutes. And 80% spend up to 5 hours straight in back-to-back meetings, taking up huge chunks of their day. Okay, well then it sounds like AKA they don't have time to go swimming in the middle of the day. They're in back-to-back meetings. While a large amount of 81% admitted that they try to avoid these types of meetings when possible. Not only that, but people also have to work an average of 3 hours and 15 minutes overtime on contract. This means that almost half have to skip their fitness and wellness activities due to their work schedule. Okay, I appreciate trying to fix this problem. It is a real problem. This is 100% not the solution to that problem. I hate to say it, this one, Not cool. Like, firmly not cool. The invention of Rolligons, tires that won't crush.
Even if these tires are installed on a truck weighing several thousand kilograms and driven over a person, that person would remain unharmed.
So, like, how many prototypes of this do you think they went through that didn't work before they got to this one? Finally, we have a model that doesn't kill anybody in its way. If only our former fallen employees were here to see this. They would be so excited.
Due to the low-pressure tires, the vehicle's entire weight is distributed over a large area, so the person underneath the tire remains unharmed.
I don't know about unharmed. He actually did look kind of uncomfortable as it was going over him.
So the person underneath
Yep, it goes over him, and then the man safely drags himself away using only his arms. But that's just 'cause that's how he always walked. He walked like that even before this.
These low-pressure tires are so remarkable that only a force of 2 kilograms is exerted at each point.
They do look pretty impressive for going over like different terrains and stuff. Look at it wobble over these rocks. That's kind of satisfying to watch. This is like a perfect invention for the type of guy that loves running people over, but, you know, doesn't want to kill anybody. At most, he just wants to uncomfortably pin them down for a couple seconds. My guess is that you can't travel very fast with these because they're so squishy. I feel like they would just disintegrate if you tried to go over 30 miles per hour in them. Someone said, no profit from keeping people safe. Corporations are holding the world back while also keeping it afloat. Weird dynamic. And then another person said, there's no conspiracy. It's just that the tires only function at low speeds. They are currently used in Alaska and Canada for the tundra. All right, so top places to get run over. Turns out Alaska and Canada's tundras. So you know what? These actually are still in use today, and they do have a specific niche purpose. Turns out it's not for rolling over this guy. Although I guess it is nice to know you could if push came to shove. Or I guess if crush came to smush. So I'm gonna label these pretty much cool. You know what? I think there's some real potential in the inventions we've seen today. I think if we just keep it up, we work on these, we could have some cool inventions on our hands. So I'm feeling pretty optimistic for the future. I don't know about you guys. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.